I may be a white boy, but I'm not stupid.
Cut. We need to cut. Unbelievable. Folks, you'll have to excuse me. I apologize for regurgitating during a live broadcast, but that was such a disgraceful clip. You've got the President of the United States calling himself a boy, a white boy, and calling himself, I might be white, but I'm not stupid. And this is such lies. He talks down to black. He doesn't like black people. The guy wants to bring back slavery, okay? We've talked about this. He wants to bring back slavery. But while this is happening, I'm out there shoring up our national security. Take a look. Take a look at what I was doing while Sleepy Joe was calling himself a white boy and saying, oh, I'm not stupid even though I'm white. Such a horror. This is what I was doing, okay? Take a look at this. Well, we're here at the site of, frankly, we call it spy balloons. I had to come because Sleepy Joe wouldn't do it. And these balloons, they've got your credit card information. They've got your text messages. They see who you're sending titty pics to after a few margaritas, right? We call it margaritas. I never drank myself, but I hear a lot of things happen after a few drinks, that I can tell you. But we're looking into it, and we're looking into it very strongly, and we're going to look into these balloons. That I can tell you. We're going to take them down so fast that your head will spin, okay? That I can tell you. So many deals indeed, right? Look at that. And, of course, I'm out there fighting for our country while Sleepy Joe is just making people regurgitate like I just did. But, folks, we've got a tremendous episode for you today. We've got a stripper coming on, a stripper. Her name is Delicious, and she's one of the victims of the Biden economy. She said unto me she was making $10,000 a night, and now she's making, men are throwing quarters and pennies and nickels and dimes at her, but we helped her out. We helped her out very strongly, so we've got that coming up. We've got some exclusive behind-the-scenes footage exposing Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg as... really, we call them, we've heard of Me Too, they're Men Too. They're sexually abusing men. We'll get to it. Liam Neeson, we'll talk about that. It's really a whole movement, the Men Too movement, but we're going to get to that. And we've got Lori Lightfoot, documents exposing Lori. Of course, the people of Chicago, the great people of Chicago just voted her out, but we'll get to that. And we've got a lot. We've got so much. But first, I want to start out with... a very important topic, the topic of really the women sexually abusing men. We call it Men Too. And Liam Neeson just came out and he said he was he was sexually harassed by the women of The View. You call it Joy Behar and Whoopi, especially Joy, though. She really victimized Liam, and he says he needs therapy. And he doesn't know how he's going to get by. And look, I don't talk about this because I'm not a victim, right? I'm not a victim, but I too have been Me Too'd. I've been Men Too. We call it Men Too. I'm out there doing deals in the 70s and the 80s, and women would say, if you want to seal this deal, you got to go down on me. And I was like, well, I just wanted to do a deal. They're like, you got to go down on me because I was so handsome. And really, I fell prey. I was prey to, really, there's a lot of predators out there, a lot of women, female predators, and nobody's talking about it, but we're going to expose it on this show. Take a look at this clip from The View. Viewer discretion strongly advised. If you've got children in the room, take them out. Take a look at this.
Liam Neeson slams The View, saying he was uncomfortable during a recent stop by the daytime talk show.
That's true.
The actor appeared on the ABC show last week to promote his new flick, Marlowe.
I'm going down the rabbit hole. I'm not afraid to take you with me. I do like this thing about not being afraid. You should be.
But now, Liam tells Rolling Stone that the whole thing was a bit embarrassing because the panelist kept joking about Joy Behar's long-standing crush on him.
I got this Valentine from you today. It says, Happy belated Valentine's Day, Liam X. And then I was like, oh. And then I find out you gave it to all of us.
Liam tells the mag that prior to his sit-down, he was in the dressing room watching the ladies talk about gun violence in America. During the break, he says he went on stage and praised them for having such an important discussion.
It's not about winning over people. It's about telling as much of the truth as we have.
But when it was time for his segment, things took a turn.
It's no secret that Joy thinks you're the hottest and the greatest ever. And in case there was any doubt,
Yes.
we have a few times she's brought you up over the years. I think we have some video.
Have you seen this?
I would just like to have my ashes sprinkled over Liam Neeson. I mean, Liam Neeson right now, those kidnapping movies that he does get me so aroused. I can't even begin to tell.
Oh my God, I threw up again. I threw up. Joy made me throw up again. Oh my God, keep watching, keep watching. I gotta clean up. This is such a disgrace. Keep looking at this.
It's just all this BS with Joy and Liam Neeson and having a crush. And I've known Whoopi for years and Joy a little bit, but I just wasn't impressed. I'm uncomfortable in those situations, you know?
Liam, and I'm looking right at you, Liam, because I know you are a fan of the podcast. We're here for you. I want to have a support group for you where men who've been victimized by these women can get together and talk. And the era of silence is no longer. It's time to start healing. It's time to start the healing process. Joy Behar specifically, and the other women, but especially Joy, has victimized, and men are coming out left and right. You see men coming out, oh, Joy touched me in August of 1992. Oh, in 2003, Joy lured me into her hotel room in Miami, and horrible things happened. So, Liam, don't worry, we're here for you. And hashtag men too. We got it right there. Hashtag men too. Men, if you've been victimized by Joy or any other woman, comment below. We're starting a movement, and we're starting a movement very strongly. Hashtag men too. And I want to show you, we have exclusive footage that my people tracked down. I have very bigly lawyers and attorneys out there. And Rudy Giuliani, of course, we dug up this footage. This is Joy and Whoopi in a little, we call it, a secret girl meeting when they were Zooming together, and viewer discretion strongly advised. Once again, if you've got children in the room, take them out. This is Joy and Whoopi talking about all the nasty things that they want to do to Liam. It's so disgraceful. Take a look.
Whoopi, I'm so glad we get to have these girl meetings without those other bitches, those catty little bitches, just you and me. We get to talk about how much we want to suck and fuck Liam Neeson.
Honey child, let me tell you something. I agree. I was listening to some Taking Back Sunday. I think I'm emo.
You're emo? Is that a black thing? I don't know what that is.
Black.
I don't know what that is. I'm hanging out with the Goombas, with the Afangul and the Mozzarella. I don't know. I'm Italian. A lot of people think I'm a Jew, but I'm not a Jew. I'm Italian. Have you heard about this? Pasta.
Well, emo is very similar to the mafia and black people because they wear black and they are concerned about death.
I love it. And I grew up loving African Americans. I love them. Not as much as I love Liam Neeson, though.
Right. Oh, Liam Neeson, he is fine. He's fine. But is he emo fine? Like, would he?
Oh, he's finer than emo fine. He's finer than emo fine. Anytime I see him in those Taken movies, I just go, take me, Liam. I would bend him over. You know the kids that talk about your people music with the eat the booty like the groceries? When I first heard that, I was like, nasty. Am I right? Am I right, audience? So I forget. I'm so used to an audience. I forget there's no audience. I'm in my home. I'm in my living room. I'm in my dining room. Excuse me. So anyways, look, I'm like, I would bend over Liam Neeson and eat his asshole like the groceries, like that kid sings in the song. My vibrator. Oh my God. It's voice activated. It heard the word Liam Neeson and now I can't. Hang on. Oh my God. Whoopi, let me call you back. Okay?
All right, that's enough of that. Like I said, you could bring the kids back in the room. This is a family show again for a little bit of time. It wasn't a family show. It was what they call smut. That was absolute smut. And Liam, we're here for you. We're praying for you. And we're going to get you healed, okay? It's called healing process. And really, we're going to fix that, okay? We're going to heal all the men who have been victimized by Joy Behar. But moving on, I want to show you these climate activists, these two girls, but they don't go by girls. They go by they, them now. They're not girls. They say, I'm a they, I'm a them. It's like, there's no such thing as they, them, okay? You're either a boy or a girl. Some people are trans. There's always been he, she's. They've been running around in New York. I grew up in New York. You'd see them cross-dressers. They're out there. They're performing oral sex in men in cars at 2 a.m. for money to go out and buy cocaine. Now it's fentanyl. And look, that's always been something that's happened, but and it's a horror, and they need help. But now you've got the they, thems, and these are some sick people. Take a look at this. Take a look at this clip.
So these ladies, these two girls, Phoebe Plummer and Anna Holland, chose to protest in their own way, and they are part of the Just Oil activist, and they threw soup all over Van Gogh's iconic sunflower painting, and they glued themselves to the wall. And they're out of UK, and this was a trending topic all over the place. People were talking about it. There we go. We have them on. And I simply want to know what they're protesting, and I want to give them the eyeball to share with us what they were really protesting. So if we have you on,
these are the people who criticize Trump. We hate Trump. We're never Trumpers. Meanwhile, they're gluing themselves to walls. They don't know what gender they are. They're throwing soup. Look at this. Delicious soup. Soup is meant to be eaten, and it's very nutritious, but they're taking it and throwing it over priceless pieces of art. These people hate beauty, and they hate themselves. I'm sure these two young ladies could be very pretty, but they hate humanity, so they try to make themselves less attractive. They want to mutilate themselves, because these people who love environment, they love grass and bugs more than anything, they're always anti-human. Take a look. It's such a disgrace.
The science is clear. Since the first COP conference 26 years ago, we have created more emissions than the entire of humanity up until that point. Right now, it is a matter of political will in needing to change this rather than the science not being there.
26 years ago, I remember early 2000s, Al Gore said, by 2023, America will be underneath the ocean. It's 2023. I don't see any ocean. And also, these people, they're murderers. Take a look. This woman confronts them. They killed a woman by holding up traffic on the street. Take a look at this.
Well, go ahead, Katie.
So yesterday, a lady that was involved in a car crash, actually linked to one of my circle of friends, she died because an ambulance couldn't get through because your protesters, Just Stop Oil, were blocking the road and the ambulance couldn't get through in time. She couldn't get the help she needed and she died. Earlier, you said that you are a peaceful protester. My friend is dead. How do you answer that?
We have a blue light policy, which means whenever we have roadblocks, as soon as we hear sirens, we see the blue lights, people move out of the way.
Fake news. They're out there. They're killing people. They're sick. And here's arguably the worst part. They're asked about their pronouns. Take a look.
So I use they, she, he pronouns, whatever you're in the mood for. And for me, I think the climate crisis and also the cost of living crisis are uniquely unifying because this will affect everyone.
And your friend?
I also go by they, them pronouns.
She's a they, them. The other one says, whatever you're in the mood for, whatever you're in the mood. Imagine that. These people are out of their minds. They're totally crazy, and we're going to defeat them so strongly that I can tell you. And speaking of people who are out of their minds, Lori Lightfoot, who I've exposed as a murderer on this show, speaking of people who kill people, like those two they, thems, Lori Lightfoot she shot Silk of Diamond and Silk, and then shortly thereafter, Diamond passed away, possibly to the shock of Silk being shot. But I healed her up, and I healed her up very strongly. I used my first aid kits that I learned many years ago in military school. But Lori Lightfoot, she's been going around shooting young men in Chicago. They call it drive-by. She's been doing drive-bys. But my people looked up, and they found a Yelp review that Lori gave a company called VIP Limo, and I've used them. They're a great company. And Lori basically was exposed as a total liar. And I want to read this Yelp review. This is from 2017, okay? It's before she was elected. From Lori Lightfoot, and we'll show the images up there. I will never use VIP limo again. Driver Carlos showed up early for our pickup. A good sign, right? Turned out not to be so. Carlos shows up and wants to use our bathroom. A little strange, but fine. Turns out he pisses in our toilet and does not have the courtesy to put down the toilet seats. Beginning of the end. We were going to United Center. Carlos clearly has no idea who to get there. I think she meant how. How to get there. He is totally reliant on a whacked GPS system that has him driving his huge Cadillac Escalade stretch down extremely narrow neighborhood streets. This is the woman who's out there doing drive-bys, is complaining about his driving. Very interesting. Going in a route that made no sense. I had to take over and give him clear instructions to get to the expressway. Apparently that was totally emasculating to him. But how, he says, my GPS, I should get off at Davidson. Off the expressway when we are going much further south and west. We finally get there, and he says he needs 2 numbers for the return pickup. We had already given him one from my female spouse. I say, I will give him mine since I am the person paying. Carlos says, I need one from the gentleman. I am totally confused and question this. Carlos explains to me, this dumb female, that he needs a number from a guy because girls take too many pictures and run down the battery on their phone. My expression must have said something because he then said, trust me, I have been doing this 20 years. I am a middle-aged woman, not some dumb kid from his misogynistic worldview. I, of course, gave it to him, and his response was to rudely close the window divider while I was still talking. This guy was a complete a-hole, stupid, terrible driver, a complete jerk on top of it. Cannot believe he is employed, and I would never use his service again while he is employed. Sounds pretty bad, right? Doesn't sound good. Does not sound too good for Carlos or VIP Limo. But then VIP Limo responds. And, companies, the motto is the customer's always right. So you really messed up when the company comes back at you, and they came back at Lori with full force. This is VIP Limo's response to crazy Lori Lightfoot. Number 1, our driver did not use your bathroom. We checked the vehicle cameras, and he did not enter your home. You had lots of guests over, and one of them could have done what you claim our wonderful driver Carlos did. 2, our drivers have GPS systems that work with current events and traffic. Chicago often has festivals, and we have to work our way around them. It is not your place to tell him how to do his job. 3, our drivers asked for a gentleman's phone number actually because they don't ever want to seem inappropriate asking for a lady's phone number. And you should appreciate that Carlos took the time to ask for a backup phone number in case you lose signal or battery. Again, our drivers know that what they are doing and have experience so strongly. It seems to me the only person here who is sexist, my dear, is you. I don't know where you come to the conclusion that you were emasculating him. Maybe you hoped you were. Your language is horrendous and lewd. Just your rant here makes me feel embarrassed for you. Also, wow, that's pretty insulting that you refer to women who like to take a lot of pics at their events as dumb females. Your driver arrived early. He got you on time and safely to your event. Your credit card you provided on the contract was declining. We even let you use a different credit card for your payment, which is against our rules. And you received an upgraded vehicle twice the price of what you paid without any upcharge as free upgrade from our company. Wish I could review customers like you. Find something better to do with your time, and you should appreciate what great service when you receive it. Wow, what a horror. She's a total liar. And the people of Chicago, they're smart. They're not stupid. They picked up on this, and that's why you were voted out. And you were voted out so strongly, Lori, and really it's such a disgrace what she said to Carlos, who sounds like a Hispanic, which, by the way, we have a tremendous relationship with the Hispanic people. And folks, if you like that expose, don't forget to click like and subscribe and comment below. And we're going to be doing a lot more investigative work, right? We call it investigative work, okay? Believe me. Now, folks, as you know, the economy of our country has gone straight to hell. You go to the supermarket, there's no more food. You've got people are eating people in the streets. The fake news doesn't want to cover it, but you've got homeless people out there that are crawling into people's windows in the night. They're stealing babies and they're eating them. They're grilling them on a hibachi grill, and they all gather around and they eat the children. It's such our steady diet of babies and fentanyl. Parents wake up in the morning, where is little baby Lisa? Turns out, oh my God, she was eaten by a homeless person. And I mean, look, this is Sleepy Joe's policies have affected every industry. I met a young lady at a Stop and Shop. I was buying gum. I said to the motorcade, pull over, pull over. My breath I like to have fresh, minty, delicious breath. So I pull over and I see a gorgeous young lady. She's standing there and she says, Mr. Trump, she runs up to me. And she says, I'm a stripper. And look, I don't judge. I like to follow the Bible. Jesus, right? He said, Mary Magdalene, right? She was a whore. And Jesus said they wanted to throw stones. And he said, wait. Don't throw the stones, right? Because you're all sinners. And so I don't judge the whores. I don't judge the sinners, especially the whores. I happen to like them because I don't judge, right? Because of Jesus. But anyways, look. This young lady tells me, under you, I was making 10 grand a night. I had a beautiful home. I bought a giant house in the suburbs. I had a truck. And now under Sleepy Joe, house is in foreclosure. The truck has been repossessed. And really, these are the forgotten men and women. The forgotten men and women, and really the forgotten people. So without further ado, I actually invited her on the show. I said, you need to tell your story. Delicious. Her name is Delicious. Not to be confused with Delicious from, you remember the Flavor of Love a few years back? That Delicious. I think she came in first place on season 2. But look, without further ado, Delicious, come on in, Delicious. Beautiful young lady. Come on in, sweetheart. Let's get her that chair, right? Come on in here, sweetheart.
Well, first of all, I just gotta say.
You gotta talk into the mic, honey.
First of all, no disrespect, Mr. President, but I don't think anything's gonna be forgetting this. I don't think anyone's gonna be forgetting this. I'm kind of unforgettable, not the forgotten people, but I will tell you I'm broke.
I would have to agree, right? And I think the audience does too. Look at this young lady. Wow.
Not forgotten, but certainly broke. I used to have 5 houses under. Listen, I gotta thank you, Donald Trump. Under your presidency, 5 houses, 5 Vitamixes, 5 boyfriends, 5 strip clubs, nothing.
5 boyfriends? Wow.
Nothing. I got nothing now. I'm trying to start my rap career, I'll tell you that. But my cousin almost got eaten by a homeless man in Jericho, Long Island, right by Temple or Elohim. The homeless are hungry.
See that? They're eating people in the streets.
The homeless are hungry.
Such a disgrace.
No one wants to see me strip.
Talk into the mic, baby.
Like this?
Yeah, you can hold it.
Like this.
There you go. Now, you told me that you were stripping to raise money to you want to open a recording studio. She wants to be a rapper, and she rapped for me in that Stop and Shop, and she was so good. And I said, you got to share, not only share your story, but I want you to show off your talents. So many talents. They've got America's Got Talent, but I'm starting Trump's Got Talent. And, sweetheart, show the people some of your skills.
All right, give me a beat. Give me a beat. Unless you pay my bills, your opinion don't matter. I eat the cake batter. I used to be slim, now I'm looking a little fatter. You cool or you a loser? You looking like the ladder. I called Donald Trump a loser. How do you feel being called loser on your own podcast? More like the Donald Dump podcast. He said I was forgotten. I'm never really forgotten. Crazy.
She's so cute. She's so sweet. And anything else, my love? She plays around, right? You're kidding. You know how good I did for you under my administration.
You were great. I was making tons of money. Now we got stupid Biden. I mean, my cousin almost eaten by a homeless person. I mean, hungry, homeless. Hungry hippos. More like hungry, homeless people.
It is such a disgrace. And he's dead, right? Tell them, you know he's dead.
Who was that?
Sleepy Joe.
No, I don't think he's dead. I think he's asleep.
So true. Now look, sweetheart.
Close, but not the same.
Look, sweetheart, unlike Sleepy Joe, we don't need to keep talking about him, but unlike Sleepy Joe, I have a heart and I care about the people, and I have a big gift for you. I have a big gift for you.
Really?
Yes, I want to offer you $10,000 from the Trump Organization.
Oh my God.
There you go. Hold that check. Hold that check.
Oh my God.
Hold.
Wait, can I deposit this at TD Bank? Can I deposit this at TD Bank?
You can deposit it anywhere you want. And also, I want to give you, as you know, Adidas, they've got $500 million worth of Yeezys and nowhere to put it. So I worked a deal and I got you these Yeezy Boost 350s. There you go.
I knew it was a good day to go to shopping.
Absolutely. And also, hang on, sweetheart. I got you Donald Trump, Think Big. Think Big. I don't know if you're a big reader, but I've got that for you. I've also got The Art of the Deal.
Oh, wow. This is great.
Radicals, Resistance, and Revenge by Judge Janine Pirro. And, of course, a lifetime supply of Rap Snacks, our show's #1 sponsor.
Gluten-free.
They've got everything, okay? All the vitamins, no gluten, all the great stuff. And Cards Against Humanity. Here you go, Cards Against Humanity. Here you go. All right, sweetheart, thank you so much for coming on the show. Come here. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. We got to save the flag. We got to save America. Put the flag back, sweetheart. That's okay. Whoa. That's okay. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Guess what?
What?
I'm rich, bitch.
Yes, you are. There we go. We saved the flag. We love our country. We love our country. There you go. There we go. So good. Wow, I was able to be patriotic and charitable at the same time. Look at that. We saved the flag. We really made that young lady's dreams come true, and she's such a spirited, fantastic, beautiful, gorgeous young lady, and so much promise, so much promise. And she kids, right? She jokes around, but she's so sweet, and I think she's going to win big, okay? Believe me. And folks, that's our episode 26. I hope you enjoyed. Please click like. Don't forget to click like and comment below. And of course, as always, we're sponsored by Rap Snacks. And we're going to keep doing investigative work. We're going to keep exposing the Men Too movement and Joy and Whoopi and the horrors that they commit, the atrocities against innocent men all over the place. And people like Lori, we're going to take down all the evil in the world, and we're going to come back, and we're going to come back so strongly, and we're going to take back our country. That I can tell you. Thank you all. Have a wonderful, tremendous week. Don't forget to keep winning big, and we'll see you next week. And frankly, look, it's going to be huge, okay? Believe me. So many deals. We're saving strippers, right? That's what America's